marches at black masses, evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning.
Oh, I'm on. Ha! Okay, I knew that, guys. So, welcome to a very special edition of Shaman Sundays being recorded on a Tuesday or Wednesday. Anyway, we're recording on winter solstice. So we got, instead of the regular old sage, I've got my special blend for the winter solstice and also to carry over positive energy for your Christmas and entering the new year. And guess what? I will be live on New Year's Eve. Yep, it's on a Sunday. And since I don't drink anymore, you know what? I'm just going to spend it with you guys. So, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to light the special blend. It is white sage, flat, broadleaf cedar, and Indian tobacco. Indian tobacco is extremely powerful and also dangerous, but yeah, we're gonna send that up. I have to do this before we jump into it. I keep losing my. There it is. Check out this candle. I'm gonna keep promoting her because she is amazing. Rachel with Candle Witch Company out of the New England area. She makes her own candles. They're like super. They're not cheap. That's not the word I want because they're definitely not cheap. They're super affordable. There we go. They're like $50 something, and they have a burn time of like 120 hours. I mean, it's amazing. And she quit the corporate world to just do candles. So support her, Candle Witch Company. Tell Rachel that I sent you. And she's also going to be a vendor at the Paracon. We'll talk about that later. But I have finally, guess what? I hit record this time, everybody. I promise. So you're actually going to get to see this. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up my very, very special guest and my friend, Sarah Lemos Aune.
Hello.
Hi. Look, it actually says recording this time.
Yay! Good stuff.
I know. How are you other than super busy?
Other than super busy, it's winter solstice, so it's exciting starting the celebration and, enjoying this time of year, trying to enjoy this time of year. It's always a busy time of year, but always like taking a minute and remembering this is time for family, time to commune with earth and spend some time with some peace. I loved how that opened up and protecting your peace. That was really awesome. It's like it took me a minute to be like, you know what, that's where we should be at right now, is protecting your peace. Yeah. So
exactly.
The next few days I'm going to be spending time with family and friends and eating and doing all the things. So
well, good. I hope you're gonna. First of all, I hope it's not too cold for you to get outside.
Dude, we're supposed to have an ice storm. It's supposed to hit tomorrow for 2 days. We're supposed to have this insane ice storm. The last time we had ice storm here in Oregon, trees blew up. They got so cold, they just literally, it would make a noise and it would pop and the whole tree would blow up.
Oh no. Okay, yeah. So that's something different. Oh my God, that would drive me crazy because I talk to trees and
I know. I love trees. I listen to trees all the time. Yep.
Yeah. So I would hate to hear. I wonder if trees can cuss, because if they can, that would be the time.
I bet.
Oh my Lord. So much to talk about. You know what? Let's just stay on the peace thing for a second.
Yeah.
So this is the time of year, the stress and the, I've got to buy this for this person, and gifts, buy. I don't have money. That's not what the season is about.
No.
And
no,
that's
especially like today. Just it's a reminder today that it's about Mother Earth. It's about Father Sky. It's
Yes.
about warming yourself. It's about lighting a candle. It's about telling someone you love them. It's about dropping off a little bit of cookies and saying hi.
Yep.
It's not about pretending you're something you're not. And that's what I think that it's become. It's become this time of year where we pretend we're somebody we're not. We overexpend, we overindulge, we overdo, and then we're left wanting. And that's just, it doesn't have to be like that.
No, and it does not. Like, it's not very hard to go get some flour and stuff and just bake something,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
or if you were so artistically inclined, make something.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'd much rather get something that was made, by somebody's hand. I don't even care if it's good.
Yeah.
Just something, or like, when you've got little kids and they bring you like a leaf or a rock or something.
It's the best.
That's I still have like a leaf that my daughter brought me when she was like 8.
Yeah.
And she's 21.
Yeah.
So, and it's in, I know which book it's in. So it's the little things, you just can't, there's enough crap to stress about in this world. Oh,
Yeah.
but yeah, so that's why I put that protect your peace. That was actually the brand new opening that I worked on. So,
I really like it.
and I like the fact that the singer of that song, that's Puddle's Pity Party. Puddle's the clown. He was on America's Got Talent.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, look him up. He's amazing. And he did that cover. Well, he actually gave me permission to use it and didn't charge a dime.
Wow.
And I know. And I think War Pigs is fitting, especially now with the time that we're in. And so, I had to throw the piece in there.
Yeah, I know. Protect your peace. There's that, just when I read it, I was like, whoa, that's powerful. That's a powerful message, because, we do give that up. We give that up we give that up really easily. The first time we slam on the brakes and hit the horn,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of times where we give up our peace just so easily over little things.
And especially, I tell people, and I mean, it's simple, it's stupid, but it's true. The rear view mirror is smaller than the windshield for a reason.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
I mean,
I really do.
oh, so I mean, you could use it in driving and in life. Who cares
Yeah.
Who cares what's happening behind you? Because if they hit you, it's their fault anyway.
Right.
So it doesn't matter. Just keep on looking forward, because that's where you're going anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, because if you keep
Absolutely.
looking back, you're gonna wreck. And
Yeah, absolutely.
that's a good analogy for life too. Let's talk your classes. You have classes coming up.
I do. I'm just looking at a whole board of sticky notes of things that I'm refreshing and sparkling up for everybody. Pathways to Spirit is a class that I started over 12 or 15 years ago. I can't remember. But it's a class where I walk you through metaphysics. We look at dowsing tools, how you read oracle cards. We look at feng shui. We look at all kinds of aspects of metaphysics. And it's a 6-month program. So you go in and there's lots of homework. There's lots of games. It keeps you it's very interactive. And then we meet once a week. So you're not left alone in this. We meet once a week. We go over your homework. We go over questions. I explain things in detail. So we just work together for 6 months so that you can peel back the layers of your gifts and really explore them.
Now, do you have any spots still available for that class?
I do. I have a few spots available. I'm leaving it open until January 1st. So at January 1st, it will close because we start on the 2nd.
Okay. And I know this will be coming out Christmas Eve day. Anyway, but you still have time. You got a couple days if it doesn't fill up by then. So, check it out. What else do you have coming up class-wise?
That's it for right now because we just finished up. Meet Your Guides, Meet Your Angels. I did a few different classes to get people through into the new year. And then I'll be offering those same classes probably in March or April of next year. I cycle the classes so that people can always join. One of the favorites out there is What's Your Gift? So people get to learn about what their gift is and start to practice it. Again, that will be in March or April of next year again. So a lot of classes. I offer a lot of different things just to really support the metaphysics community.
And see, that's awesome. And I can't wait to go from your friend to your student. I'm so excited. So excited. And I think a lot of that that you cover in the 6 months, there's a lot of shamanic work, seems like, that's in there. And I'm just going to be so excited. So, and you do private readings, right?
Yes. So I still do private readings. Still have openings through February. I still have openings. Yep, private readings are available, and also private mentoringship, because sometimes people want to get in and they want to ask personal questions about things they've experienced. They want to talk about it. So I have mentoring available also.
Okay, and since we're talking about online stuff, let's talk about, you've got a cool little tribe online. Let's just call it like it is. Can you tell us about what happens, how to find this tribe? And
so we have the Tribe That Thrives on Facebook. It's a tribe that I started several years back. My guides led me to decide to make this tribe on Facebook. So you can find it at Medium Sarah Lemos, Our Tribe That Thrives on Facebook. It's a great community of people. If somebody's going through something hard, we pray for you. If they're, I'm always throwing stuff up there to learn. I do games. Sometimes I'll just come on and do a live and get people talking about something. We just have a great time. It's a great community, real great community, very supportive.
And is it also on Discord?
It's not. I was on Discord. Was it that app?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do Discord anymore. It's too hard to keep up with all these new devices.
Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, I just knew that it was on there at once because I couldn't even keep up with it either. So
yeah.
Okay, no Discord.
Yeah.
Forget what I said.
Yeah.
Checker. But I mean, it is so much fun. Anna and I both get on there daily and just check it out. We don't post much, but it's just so much fun just to sit back and watch.
Thank you.
Let's see. Do you have any filming coming up? Or have you finished any filmings?
No, all I can say is stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. They're still airing Ghost Town Terror on the Travel Channel, so you guys can check out that. They just aired Ghost of Morgan City again, because everybody was talking about that. So
right.
You can catch that on the Travel Channel also. And the last one that I did was with Kesha. So I did Conjuring Kesha. We were at the Westfield House, where Harry Houdini did a lot of work with working with telepathy.
Yep.
Boy, someone's got to.
Yeah, I get it.
Thank you. And it was amazing to be in that home, be where Houdini once was and where he did his work. And he used to send telepathic messages to his wife across the bay.
Right.
So it was really cool to be there, to meet Kesha, but to just experience that house and all the energies that ran through that place. It was insane. So that was a lot of fun.
And it's in a pretty decent location, isn't that? In San Fran.
Yes.
I mean, oh god.
In the hills. Yep.
Yeah. That's a great. And
the house is built up, so the house is it's like story after story after story built up because Houdini wanted to get really as high as he could get up in order to send out the messages over the bay to his wife. So
right.
He built this really insane. Like the last story is just huge. It's incredible.
I'm trying to think if Anton LaVey was also in that house.
I don't know.
Something, I'll just, we'll keep talking and I'm going to look it up. But
Okay.
something, I think that he was.
I know that there was a cult activity in that house in the 70s. I also know that several movies have been filmed inside the home. They also owned a tiger, and it lived in the house. That I thought was pretty, for me, I was really excited about that. But
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
yeah, it was just pretty neat. But honestly, I was just blown away that I got to be in the house itself. Like, it was just an honor to be able to be in the energy of Houdini's energy. Like, just to be able to kind of touch and be in that energy was kind of cool.
And yes, it is confirmed. Anton LaVey was a resident of the house.
Okay.
Oh, don't ask me why I know Anton LaVey trivia.
You were just like, bing.
Yeah, I mean, anyway, but yeah, that's just such a cool house. One of these days, I'm gonna try to get out there. I mean, I was stationed not far from there, down the
really?
I-5 in Oceanside, California, about an hour and a half south. So, I never went. I didn't even go to Alcatraz. I'm just bad.
Oh man. Now Alcatraz, I went there, was it last year? I've been several times, and every time I go out, it takes you back in time. It pulls you back. It's just like a walk through time. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine. And plus the ties with Native American, and that was Native
Yes.
American land. That's
Yes.
I have to get out there. So what are you? I mean, I'm having one of those moments, a little brain fart.
And I'll have it with you.
Okay, and that's what I like about this show.
You get
I'm
to have
real.
minutes.
Yeah, I love it. Oh yes, let's talk about Paracons.
Okay.
I know you have one in March over in Idaho, Iowa. No.
So in March, I actually have one here in Oregon. So I'm really
That's it.
about the one a year in yeah. So the Oregon Ghost Conference, I'm an Oregon girl and I love to represent. So it's really cool that when finally it's our turn, the Oregon Ghost Conference is great. It's March 24th through 26th. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to be doing the gallery reading. I'll also have a booth, so I get to hang out with everybody and just talk. That's my favorite thing to do, is hang out with different people that enjoyed watching the show, or hanging out with people that just went on an investigation and want to tell you about it. I just love it so much. And then I have a few other ones in September. And then in October, I'm getting to hopefully go to France and go over and with Mr. Shane and take a peek over there at some of the paranormal sites and peek around over in France. So
yeah, and that was a good segue, because I was going to ask you about that next, because I saw that on Facebook.
yeah.
So are you gonna film? Is it a documentary?
Well,
Or
just going over, taking a group over to do some investigation, like do some touring. Just taking over a group to do tours. So anyone can sign up if they want to, and just taking a group over. It's going to be fun.
And where can they find that to sign up?
That is a very good question. Check out my Facebook page, Medium Sarah Lemos.
Yep, there you go.
Yep. Well, all my stuff is always, you can always find anything you want there, or head over to mediumsarahlemos.com and you can find anything off there too.
And I'm just a bad host, because I didn't read fully, and I didn't realize that you could buy a spot and go.
Yeah.
So I might be going to France with you.
Yeah.
Oh, I may have to do that.
Yep. She's doing several different excursions, and this is one of them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what are some of the other Paracons that you're going to be at, so people will know and be able to look out and come see you?
Wisconsin Paracon. That one's coming up September 21st through the 24th. And then Mass Paracon, which is September 29th through 30th.
Awesome.
Yep. So those are a few that are coming up this year so far. It's early in the year, but that's what I have.
Right.
And it's always exciting. Like, I just love hanging with everybody. I love getting to see everybody. The paranormal families are everywhere, and it's just get to give everybody hugs and talk shop.
It's so good that we can finally give hugs without being looked at sideways.
I know. I missed it.
Well, and hugs are so healing.
They are.
Like, that's the transfer of energy and happy energy is just amazing. And yeah, and I may not look it, but I'm a hugger too. And yeah, I missed it. I'm kind of glad we're sort of getting back to. I almost said normal, but there's no normal here in this world.
No normal. A lot of times with my classes and stuff, while we were going through COVID, I would do the self hug where you take both hands and you press down and you hold for 5 seconds and then release and then press down, and it feels like you're being hugged. And it's like literally, because people's mental health COVID really just messed us up. It really did. So now we get to hug each other again. So
yes. That was just such a dark period. Suicide rates went up tremendously.
Yeah.
Substance abuse went up.
Yeah.
Tremendously.
Relapse. Yep.
Yeah. Bad. I got lucky. I skimmed through it, but so now we get to look back and say, hey, we made it through that.
We sure did. We made
anything. Yeah. And I'm hoping that we're going to cross paths. I'm actually doing some Paracons next year.
Oh, wow.
I got convinced and drug in by Kate. You know how Katie is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know we've got one in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, and a couple so I don't know if she keeps up with all that, but I'm hoping maybe we'll all cross paths again.
That would be amazing.
That would be so much fun. So let's get to know you better. Like, what do you do, since we're talking about stress and stress relief? What are your go-to stress reliefs?
Well, I'm a little woo-woo. So for me, sage. I sage myself, smudge myself. So for me, that's something I can, if I need to do it every day, I'm going to do it every day. Mm-hmm. So that's definitely something that I run to. Taking herbal baths, doing things like that is very helpful. Go for walks, getting out of the house, because I work from home, and a lot of people are like, you're so lucky. That's 4 walls all the time. So getting out of the house, stretching my legs, spending time with my dog is very helpful with stress. Things like that, and making sure I get my water in. That's another one. Drinking lots of water helps me feel better. So that helps with stress, because when I'm feeling crappy, I feel more stressed. So things like that really do help. Trying to keep the vibe positive helps me out too. So working with certain crystals, it's just the way I am. So working with certain crystals is helpful, or playing certain music in the background. So having soothing, chill music playing in the background helps with my stress also. So those are a few things that I use. What do you do?
I was gonna say we share so many similarities. I sage. I'm a sager. I'm trained in transcendental meditation.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, and I use that a lot. Not only when I'm trying to contact the 3 shamanic worlds, I use that a lot, but just for personal, because I can do transcendental anywhere, as long as I'm not driving or walking. And if I feel it coming on, and that's one good thing about transcendental meditation, the more you do it, the quicker your mind will get there.
Wow.
And so that's when everything's about to explode and I just have to sit. I'll do transcendental meditation. I also follow Sadhguru.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I do his Isha Kriya. which is about a 15 to 18 minute twice a day for one full sangha or 43 days.
Wow.
He's also got several different guided meditations. So a lot, anything Sadhguru that takes my mind off of things. I watch a lot of his programming. Oh, and first and foremost, put the cell phone down and go outside.
Yes.
That's my big thing. Anna and I, my beautiful wife, we did our preliminary investigation at Haygood Mill for our Paracon, and the very next day we went and walked the trails because there's a secret spot out there where I get my yellow root for my herbs, and we just spent hours outside, and that's my go-to outside. I need to be in the woods or in the mountains, and that's my number one. Because I work at home too, and if I've got to do something, but luckily I'm blessed that I can be in the mountains in 20 minutes.
That's amazing.
So, but yeah, it's a lot. Meditation, and going outside is my two, and playing drums. I'm a drummer. But that's just sort of. I think everybody should incorporate at least. Start with putting the cell phone down.
Or not picking it up. Like for me, I wake up, the first thing I do is try to find my cell phone. And I will literally, I will respond to emails before I can even see what's been written. So for next year, one of my things was I'm not picking up my cell phone for an hour after I wake up. Like I don't need to. I can take an hour to orientate myself before picking up that cell phone and starting my day. And it's just something that I've noticed that it's a habit that I picked up that I don't need anymore. I'm really excited for spring to come. I'm excited for warmer weather, and I'm excited to, go outside with a cup of coffee in the morning versus just rolling over and starting emails.
Right. And a good thing to replace that with is instead of picking up your cell phone, when you get your cup of coffee, write down gratitude list.
That's a great idea.
It's really good to start with a daily affirmation or, a quick little gratitude list. And you'd be surprised how much time that would take up, and you wouldn't be thinking of your phone.
Yeah.
That's something I'm trying to implement again. I used to do gratitudes a lot, and I do them maybe 2 to 3 times a week, but I need to do it every day.
Yeah.
So see, I'm having these, I don't know, maybe it's because it's the solstice and the energy just feels really, like I'm super excited, I'm super at peace, and it's to the point where like I can't get my thought going because my brain just wants to empty, which is great, It's awesome, but I'm running a podcast, so it's not really helping much. Well, okay, let's talk some behind the scenes. I want to talk about Ghost Town Terror.
Okay.
And that pit, that hole, that whatever it was at the end. There's got to be some behind the scenes stuff that you could tell us, because there's more to that pit than was on the show.
It's so funny that you say that, because so many people, I watch so many people's comments. I read them. I was told by a dear friend of mine, don't read the comments, but I always do. And I saw so many people say, what was in that hole? What was in that? It drove people nuts, just drove them nuts. To be honest with you, I had nothing to do with it. So I don't know. I was not around it. I just knew it was there. I knew the first day that we drove up, I was like, there's a weird hole on this person's property. I've never seen somebody with a hole on their property, but I drew it. Right. I do like remote viewing before I go to the property, and I was like, there's a hole. And so when I got there, I was like, why is there a hole on this property? And they were like, okay, interesting. But that is all I ever heard of said hole. That was it. And then when he went down into it, we knew the day that that evening, he's
Right.
like, we're going up. And I was terrified. I was like, my God, they're going to stick him in a hole. Like, this is terrifying. And then as everyone saw, he only was able to go in so far because of the lipping, the skirt, it was going to dump. So
Yeah.
he only got so far in. But I don't know anything other than that. I just knew danger. I knew it to my core. Danger,
Right.
danger.
There's, but I mean, but there was
And
also
everybody
just
wrote about it.
but there's also just so much. Just from watching the show, I just picked up just so much weird, creepy energy from that entire place. Oh, do you feel that you guys, quote unquote, did your job and you're done with that, or would you like to revisit?
I don't think honestly, like, I'm always available to help. So, like, I stay in contact. I will stay in contact. My availability is always there for anybody in need when it comes to my clients. I'm still in contact with people from the Ghost of Morgan City, a television show. Literally after filming Ghost of Morgan City, I went back over 6 or 7 times to check on the families, to do readings, to do events, things like that. So, but there is such a sense of Ghost Town Terror was scary. It was terrifying for me. There was times, that it was really scary for me. And it was good to be able to give the family, be able to tell the family how to take care of some of the stuff, to help the families. You can do what you can do.
Right.
And you can only watch and see how it helps, if it helps. And that's all you can do. And to any of these that's all we can all do to any investigation that we do, is just show up and do our best and hope that it helps, because we don't know what we're dealing with. We hope we know what we're dealing with, but the
Right.
reality is that,
Yeah, nobody truly knows.
Is it that,
Right. Now, you were filming at the same time that KD Stafford was filming. Did you guys get to hang out and
Yes.
relax? Is there any behind the scenes?
Well, KD, anytime we can get together, I will make the time to get together with him. I surprised him one time during Ghost of Morgan City. He was at a Paracon and I flew out just to see him. So I take the time when there is time with KD for sure. And we got to cruise around, and we got to see some of the sightseeing, and we got to go to a graveyard and do our kind of stuff.
Right.
It was really fun. It was really fun.
Now, speaking of that, do you think that because of the geographical location and how close the location with Ghost Town Terror was to Butte, do you think there's some type of correlation? Because they were getting some pretty negative stuff too. Do you think it carried over to that location or vice versa?
I don't know. I don't know if there is a crossover there. I couldn't tell you, to be honest with you. I can just say that it's a very active area. Like, I can only say, like, for me being there, it's an active area, and why, it could be many different reasons. I mean, to be honest with you, anywhere that there's that much history, there's going to be mystery. There's going to be something that, you have people there, you have a history of people being there, you have trauma, you have drama, you have all kinds of things that, and it's a mining town. So you have history.
That would be a cool crossover type show. Flip flop, you guys. That would be kind of fun. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just reaching, I guess, but that'd be cool. I'd like to see a season 2 of Ghost Town Terror. I don't. Me, just as a viewer, not even the paranormal investigator side, I want to see more. There's so much more layers to peel back at that location. Oh, in my opinion. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everybody get on Discovery Travel Channel and like email bomb them and say, hey, we want more of Sarah in every show that you produce. Like, Sarah's Sisters, Lights Out, get rid of the Ghost Brothers. No? Okay. No, all right. Well, I thought, I tried. This is why I don't produce TV. So, here's the big question. If money was not an object,
Okay.
but you could only go and investigate one place for the rest of your life.
Oh my gosh.
If you enjoy the investigation side, where would this be? Anywhere in the world, anytime. It's a tough one.
That is a really good question.
You could marinate on that when you come back to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, because like that's like, for me, I think, honestly, I might do shipwrecks. I might do something like shipwrecks, or something that hasn't been done much of, or I might do, I don't know. That's a great question, and something that you could do a long project on. I mean, that would be cool, but I don't know. I think there's several places that I would choose, just because you could do all kinds of, now my brain's kicking. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I love hitting people kind of towards the middle endish of the show with that question.
I love that. I think Waverly Hills.
Ooh, good one.
I honestly think, because, the only reason I probably say that now is because I've never been and I've always wanted to go. So if I think that might be one, and I know so many people have been there, and I know it's been, really investigated, but I haven't. So
right.
I really want to go.
I haven't done that one either, and we were talking about going next year.
Cool.
Oh, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I got asked that same question one time, and my answer would be the Trail of Tears.
Oh, wow. That'd be a big one.
Yeah. Yep. I could, you could spend the rest of your life on it.
Yeah.
And I've never seen it really done. I've seen if somebody is in a building that is built on it or what, they'll touch on it. But I want to start here because I live right next, probably 30 minutes from the beginning of the trail.
Wow.
Yeah. So, that would be mine. I think that would be enjoyable. And as a matter of fact, I will be in April. I have a week-long investigation of where the capital city of the Cherokee Nation used to be.
Wow.
So that one's gonna be crazy. And that's kind of right where the trail sort of started. So I'm gonna get my start in April.
Wow, that's exciting! Congratulations.
Yeah, it is. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Shout out to Pickens County Parks and Rec Director. He set all this up.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, so where would be the I'm trying to think because I have a couple questions. Everybody asks what is the freakiest thing. So we're gonna skip that one. That one doesn't fit. What is the one investigation that you've already done that you look forward to, that maybe you've done a couple times and you look forward to going back?
Oh, I don't know. I've not. Whoa, that's not true. Oh no, not now. Don't forget what it's called now. Do not do that.
It's the energy. I'm telling you, it's one of those you can't remember.
It's one of these days. Dang it. The Palmer House. Palmer House. I would go back there time and time and time again. I have gone back time and time again, and I will continue if they ever ask me to go back, because the things I've seen there
Yeah.
and the experience that I've had, it's just, I want more. Like, I just want more. Yeah. I mean, seeing shadow figures, full conversations I had with little kids that were in the house, like, it's animal spirits, you name it.
Right.
Incredible. Yeah. That's what I'll go back if anybody asks me to.
Well, I like that.
Yeah.
Now let's get back to the psychic side. Are you a generational psychic?
Yes.
So do you know, have you traced, do you know how far back it goes?
I have not. I have not done my, haven't dived into that, but I do know that it's both grandparents on both sides. So both grandmothers on both sides.
Okay. And so it runs on the women with your family.
Both sides. Yeah. Women on
Yep.
both sides. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I know it's kind of, I've got a weird mix of sensitives. Like, I know my dad is kind of one too, but see, I've always, it's always been a curiosity of mine, because, you know, generally it is generational, but especially here in the South, nobody wants to talk about it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, you know, it's kind of hard to find. But did you, when you were growing up, was the psychic or the sensitivity, the mediumship, was it a taboo in the family? Was it ever talked about? Or
With my mom, because she's a sensitive, she would talk to me about it, but my mom's and I's relationship was kind of a rough one. And so I didn't really, it was frustrating when she talked to me about it. It was like, don't tell me, you know? So it was kind of rough going. And
sorry, little BB King out of nowhere.
love that. Yeah. So my mom and I, excuse me, talked about it, here and there, but I didn't have somebody that I could freely talk to about it. No.
Was it scary for you growing up?
Very scary. I remember holding my breath and covering my face and hoping that they would just go away. I just remember night after night just holding my breath, because I, for some reason, thought, I don't know why, they could hear me breathing, and if they could hear me breathing, they wouldn't go away. And it was just something that I don't know. I just remember that very vividly. Just, I would pull I pull the sheets just right here and then hold my breath.
Now, do you remember at what point it switched from being terrifying to fascinating?
30s. I waited till my 30s. Yeah,
Did you,
my 30s. It was like, just changed everything for me.
Was there a specific incident that you can pinpoint and you can talk about that changed it, or was it?
It was a medical issue that I had. My blood pressure went from 80/60. I started passing out. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. They put me on paraplegic medication because they had to keep the blood flow going. And I went to a healing circle and wasn't supposed to go because I was supposed to stay home, but I went to a healing circle and did my first reading at the healing circle, and my blood pressure went up to 111.
Oh, wow, amazing. Good. Yeah.
And so I stopped denying who I was right then and there. I stopped denying who I was because it was made very clear, as long as I was choosing to be who I wasn't stifling myself. I wasn't trying to kill myself. I was being who I was meant to be. So I'm very grateful for that experience. And ever since, I've been just fine. I have low blood pressure days or things like that, but we never go back to 80/60.
Right. Yeah, that's dangerous. That's super dangerous.
Yeah.
And you know, at some point you have to embrace who you are, because I think a spiritual death is far worse than a physical one. And if you keep denying, there's that spiritual death.
There is.
So, how long okay, how about this? Did you have a teacher? Did you have somebody that you looked up to that kind of showed you the ways? And can you tell us who that is?
Yeah. So when I started out, there was a store in my local town of Salem, Oregon, that was Journey's a Center for Your Soul. And I went in and met the two owners at the time. And they just kind of took me under their arm. They gave me books for free. They, they didn't necessarily know exactly what to do with the medium, but they did their very best for me, and they offered classes at their store. And so I took all the classes that I could, and it was really, really helpful. And then I ended up later on, after a while, I decided to study with Lisa Williams. So I ended up going and studying under Lisa Williams for a while, and took all of her classes, most of her classes, and studied with her. But in the beginning, everything was these two teachers out here out of Oregon that helped me out. Lisa and Tori are the two that changed my world and helped me not be so scared, because it was really, in the beginning, it was like,
right.
I'm seeing people walk through walls.
Right.
Like, somebody
right.
help me, like,
yeah.
or take me in. Do one or the other, because something needs to happen.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. Oh, well, and it's good that it seems like it was all meant to be. I mean, how often is there a store in your town with people, it's just,
I know it.
Oh, so I would be remiss if I didn't ask this. I asked this question to you last time,
yes,
and I didn't hit record, so we're going to have to do it again. And it's a question that my wife has brought up to you, and I think you've answered it on one of your lives to her, but I think the viewers would like to hear it too. And it's about, what do you tell the psychic medium or the medium that is in training, that is kind of new to embracing this, that what to do if they get a message out of nowhere about a random stranger in public? How do you? And I'll give you the same example that I gave last time. It's Anna and I were getting pedicures, and the lady that was doing our feet, I guess her father or something came through to Anna and was trying to get a message through, but Anna didn't know what to do, how to approach it. What would your advice be?
I think for me, that was the hard part in the beginning, was I would get these messages and I would be like, and for me, I get a pressure, and the pressure builds. It's like, I gotta say something. It just feels so overwhelming, and it won't let go. So how can you really enjoy a pedicure when,
right.
You're being pushed and prodded and like, talk. So what I always suggest is introducing yourself, so, hey, I'm a psychic medium, and I have a message for you if you'd like it, so doing something to where you introduce yourself. Hey, I just want to let you know that I have a message from you, and I believe it's your dad. Is it okay if I give you this message? And you give them the option to say yes or no. Sometimes people, if they hesitate, what I'll say is I'll give them my business card and say, if you are interested, I could give you a free 20-minute reading. Here's my business card. Give me a call if you're interested, but just know your dad's here and he loves you. So I will give the message a little bit at the end, because you don't want to destroy somebody at work. The thing about it is, we don't know what their relationship was like with their dad. We don't know if it was good. We don't know if it was ugly. And so we don't want to leave somebody, who has to finish out, 5 more hours at work, crying in the back room because they're dealing with their emotions.
Right.
So creating the space where you introduce yourself, kind of just like, this is who I am, this is what I do, and then letting the person make their own decision, and then giving a card or something to just kind of slide it in there, and your dad loves you, or a little bit of a message to kind of, to guide them, if you will.
That's awesome advice. And I kind of know the feeling of that pressure if you got to say something, because it almost, I get it sometimes. I'm not a medium or whatever, but I get it. Like, if you don't get this out right now, you're going to explode.
So you're gonna burst. Yeah,
I get it. So yeah, that's wonderful advice. Let's see, we're coming down to like the last 10 minutes or so. Let's cover one more time where people can find you.
So you can find me on Facebook at Medium Sarah Lemos. You can also find me at mediumsarahlemos.com. But most of the stuff that we do is really fun is in the Tribe That Thrives on Facebook. So you can look up in groups, go to Facebook, click on groups, Medium Sarah Lemos, Our Tribe That Thrives. It's a great group. So come and join us, come hang out. All our class schedules, everything like that, you can find on the .com. So mediumsarahlemos.com.
Yes, and please join the Tribe That Thrives. It is so much fun. You know, I need to interact more on there, and
You
I
are
will.
so welcome to.
I'm gonna need to. And I guess I need to cover some of my end. You can find, if you are interested in any ITC or ink boxes, ghost boxes, or whatever, you can find us at our new store.supernatural.ink. We've got some cool stuff coming up. Keep an eye out on this because we've got some top secret projects that are about to come out.
Yay.
KD's mind is going crazy and he's coming up with some really cool stuff. So you can find us there at store.supernatural.ink. If you need anything from me, shamansundays@gmail.com. I will even offer my services. If you're having a crisis, let me know. I'll get in touch with you. I kind of do a little spiritual coaching, if you will. So if you need me, please don't hesitate to reach out. And also, since I plugged that, let's plug your private readings. How can they go about that? And yeah, let's talk about that.
So I offer 45-minute readings, and you can learn more about those readings at mediumsarahlemos.com.
And I think I saw something that you give emergency readings by case.
Yeah, so sometimes we do. Sometimes I will have openings for emergency readings like that, depending on the month and how many I have available. But sometimes if you need to get in sooner, I can get you in sooner, especially if you let me know you need to get in before February or something like that. We can definitely work on that. So there are emergency openings.
So, and it's awesome how open you have put yourself. I mean, it's easy to contact you, and you've put yourself out there. And well, first of all, you're such a wonderful spirit. You're a great person, and you actually give a damn about people.
Thank you.
And that's a rarity nowadays. I personally am honored that, first of all, that I got to meet you, and second, that I can consider you my friend.
Yes, sir.
It never fails. If I've ever needed something and I reached out, you get back to me, and you do that for everybody. I'm nobody special. You love everybody equally, and that's why I'm so grateful that you have worked with me about all coming back on the show.
Absolutely.
I so totally wanted you on here, and now that I've figured out how to hit record, people are gonna see this.
Yay!
I am so happy. I guess I have my YouTube finally set up. You'll be able to watch all of my stuff. Just type in @Shaman Sundays. I am also on Spotify. Shaman Sundays live with Brandon Cooper, and I post, I have all of this makes episode 12, season 1, episode 12.
Nice.
I don't know what happened to the rest of them, but this will be 12. So that's what we got. Thank you so much for coming on.
Of course.
I can't wait for our paths to cross again.
Me too.
I need to get you out here and do a sweat lodge with me.
That'd be fun.
Maybe sometime next year we can talk. We'll talk back and forth because I have several coming up. As a matter of fact, I have the man that does the sweat lodges. One of my elders will be coming on the show in February.
Wonderful.
So he never does interviews, so it's going to be amazing. But I'd love to get you out for that. It's a very good spiritual experience. anything that you would like to cover that I may have missed?
No, thanks for having me on. It was such an honor to be on here with you and get to have some time with you.
Yeah, it's the honor and the pleasure is all mine. I know Anna is going to be disappointed that she didn't get to come up and say hello, but
Well, I'm sending a hello back to her. Mwah.
yes, definitely, and she sends her love. And I always end my show with a quote, and maybe it'll mean something to you too. But it's not about surviving the storm, but it's how you dance in the rain. Oh, just protect your peace. It's all we got, really. And we none of us make it out of here alive, so you might as well go out peaceful. Sarah, one last time, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we will talk again soon. Good night, God bless, and Merry Christmas, and don't eat too much, pie or whatever. Good night, everybody.